You missed it. It's okay. It was my special episode on pulleys. If you remember from last week, we did an episode about pulleys and mechanical advantage. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you guys. Thank you for the EBTs and any gifts, diamonds, all that good stuff. I love it. I love it. It's like I'm trying to go towards my top edge. I need to get to that 5 milli. So anything does help. So if you like what you see, send gifts, send wheels. Today we're going to have an interesting episode. We're going to be talking all about the recent billionaires and their exploration of space. So hang in here, guys, because it's going to be awesome. Welcome! Yes, it was fun. But as everybody gathers into here, I want to let you all know what we're doing today. We're going to be talking about Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson and their attempts to become astronauts. But actually, technically, none of them became astronauts. No astronauts. Because the FAA recently redesigned the way that they signify what an astronaut is. And in order to be an astronaut, yes, you have to pass over that 52-mile mark, but you also have to be instrumental in like guiding the voyage or like piloting the vehicle or whatever. They were they're astronauts. Kind of like assassins do it from behind, right? I think that it's important that if you become an astronaut, you need to like actually do the things to become an astronaut. Like, very cool. Everybody, welcome to the stream. This is Weird Science, and I'm your host, Mike F. Bell. Today, we are talking about space and space tourism. So, hang in there, because space tourism is probably going to be a pretty important thing in your lifetime. It's already happening. Right now, only the super rich can afford it, but it's getting less and less money to send things to space. So when you have the ability to send tons into space for like a couple $1,000, that's when space travel is going to be insane. And that is actually what Elon Musk is hoping to do with the Starship. You guys may or may not know about the Starship program that he's doing out in Boca Chica, Texas. Soon to be renamed Starbase, Texas. What he is doing is he's trying to make it so he is able to put a couple tons into orbit for just a couple $1,000. Like right now, the way that space travel is, it's like $100,000 for a couple kilograms. I mean, as it is, I think it was $250,000 US in order to fly on the Blue Origin New Shepard. So, I mean, it's a pretty hefty sum to pay. I mean, $250,000 just to go up for a 20-minute flight. It's like pretty bad. And everybody, welcome to the stream. So let's look at what we got here. Oh, and this was some pretty interesting science news this week. So, you guys all know of SpongeBob SquarePants, I'm sure. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. So right down below here, you could probably see that this is a real-life SpongeBob and Patrick. They discovered this, and sometimes nature and reality is stranger than fiction. And this here totally proves it. Pretty awesome stuff. And guys, if it's your first time in here, make sure you smash that favorite button. Hit those hearts, hold those hearts down, and send those gifts. You never know. Spin some wheels. Help me get to my 5 milli. We're going to get there eventually, but you know what? I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about teaching you guys some science. And today we are talking all about the space tourism program and space tourism in general. So, who here? Put a 1 if you would. If you would go travel to space, if you had the opportunity, put a 1. One. Thank you for the favorite. Not for 250K, but you got to realize that when you're a multi-billionaire like that, spending that kind of money is like spending like 10 or 20 bucks for you and I. Nirvana, welcome to the stream. We're talking about space tourism today. So let's take a look at like probably the coolest guy to make his attempt to become an astronaut, even though he didn't. Not much. How is everybody doing? Thank you, Danny Bravo. Welcome to the stream, sir. So Richard Branson, the gentleman that you see below me, Sir Richard Branson, gotta make sure I say Sir Richard Branson because he is in fact knighted. He is knighted by the Queen of England, and Sir Richard Branson took a test flight and went up into space and did not become an astronaut because unfortunately by the FAA's new rules, you cannot become an astronaut unless you actually do something to like ensure the safety of the flight or like control the flight. All he was a passenger. That dude didn't go anywhere, period. Well, I watched it on video. If it was, I don't know, I saw what I saw. But he's not an astronaut. He crossed over, and all these flights that happen, they are something that is referred to as a suborbital flight. Suborbital flight means that you... Okay, so here we have a globe. So if you're in orbit, you can go around the planet one time unpowered. So what's up, Peak? So what happened was Richard Branson took off from somewhere in California, and the plane took him up to a certain altitude, and then what happens is right above me this rocket part drops off and ignites its rocket stages. Thank you for the favor, guys. And what happened is he then began to go suborbital. He reached ultimate altitude of, I believe, 52 miles, which under the old FAA rules would have qualified him as an astronaut. But the FAA actually changed the rules, so that's no longer the case. You have to actually be like part of the mission and flying. You can't just be a passenger, because what's going to happen is now that this is becoming more commonplace, people are going to become space tourists, and everybody's going to become an astronaut just because they go to a certain height. But the way that the FAA reworded everything, it makes it a little bit better. So now they actually have to do something. They can't just be passengers. I think it's a little more interesting. And thank you for favorites, guys. I really do think this is awesome. Okay, so you have Richard Branson. He did his deal. He did a pretty good flight. He flew in an experimental aircraft, too. It's more interesting than what Jeff Bezos did, because Bezos didn't really do anything that special. All right, so Jeff Bezos, you might recognize him. The evil-looking Lex Luthor bald guy. That's also the founder of Amazon and Blue Origin, which is the space company that he owns. And he took a flight. Actually, there was a little bit of a competition between him and Sir Richard Branson about who would be the first into space. Branson, of course, beat him. Bezos made the mistake of announcing his flight well in advance, and it gave plenty of time for Richard Branson to say, you know what, I'm going to beat you. He beat him by like a week. Thank you for the favorites. Thank you for the favorites, Stephanie. I appreciate it. So anyway, Jeff Bezos, he flew on a rocket that's made by Blue Origin. What happened to Bill Nye the Science Guy? This is political. How is this political at all? Jeff Bezos, he flew in his New Shepard, the New Shepard capsule, and he actually went with 3 other people. He went with his brother. He went with Wally, who is a former astronaut, and he also went with what was his? I can't remember his name now, but this one kid, he's 18 years old, and his dad paid for his flight, his hedge fund manager flight. So it's pretty cool. Like, I wish that I had a hedge fund manager dad that would be like, hey, you want to go to space? I'd be like, sign me up right now, please. But there was that, and it was pretty interesting. Yeah, I would go too. I think it would be fun. I think it would be awesome. I think that like SpaceX and Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic and Rocket Labs and ULA and Boeing. I mean, there's so many different contractors out there. It's insane. What's going to happen is that space tourism is going to be way more commonplace. It's going to be awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Peak Levels. What do you think about him not getting funded by NASA? I think it's totally okay because Elon Musk already has a good program in place, like the Starship program. Right now, you probably see a lot of the Falcon 9 launches with the Starlink satellites, and those happen all the time. Those are launching a constellation of satellites into low Earth orbit that are going to provide low latency, high bandwidth internet to basically everybody on the globe. It's going to be interesting stuff. Yeah, it was SpaceX that got the contract. They do have the best system. Honestly, SpaceX is capable of going orbital, whereas Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin company, they could only go suborbital. I mean, and the same thing with Virgin Galactic. They're only capable of, well, Virgin Orbit is capable of orbit, but Galactic, not so much. Cabo, welcome. I have not heard of the noises on Mars, no. But Tesla did get the, not Tesla, SpaceX, Tesla, they're all Elon Musk. The thing is, he has a really good system. That Starship that he's building is going to be capable of lifting tons into orbit for like a couple $1,000. So it's going to make it space travel so cheap that it's going to be ridiculous, and we're going to be easily able to get back to the moon and land a lunar base there, and whatever supplies we need. It's going to be fantastic. The Raptor engines that are on the SpaceX Starship, they are an amazing engine. They actually use the same engine both for sea level and in vacuum. So like at sea level, they use the same engine, but they also use the same engine when they're in space. It's just that the nozzle of the engine is a little bit different. Yeah, I don't know if I'll plan in 50 years due to pollution either. It's we need to make sure that we do everything we possibly can to protect Starship Earth. Starship Earth is our only Earth. I mean, the worst day on planet Earth in the worst location possible, like, is probably 1,000 times better than the best day you could ever get on Mars. So, protect the fucking planet, don't litter, don't pollute, and do what you can to, like, make less of a carbon footprint. Spaceship Earth, exactly. We are. You do realize that we are on Earth. This Earth, it spins. What falls off the hinge, but let's take that off. And Earth, it makes one revolution every 24 hours, right? And then the thing about that too is we're going around the sun, around the sun, around the sun, around the sun. And the cool thing about that is we're spinning, we're going around the sun, but our sun is also moving too. So we're actually traveling in like a spiral. And we're traveling probably at like a couple 100,000 miles per hour. It's like if you are able to like figure out the like which directions, at times we're probably traveling on a couple 100,000. But the thing about gravity and all that and acceleration, when you have zero acceleration, you have no force. So that's why the planet rotates so fast, but you're still not able to, you don't feel the planet rotating because it's not accelerating. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're talking about space. Hit that favorite, guys. Thank you so much, Peak. And everybody in here, I really do appreciate you turning out for this weird science. I do this every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time and 8 p.m. UK time. So if you like learning about science and discussing interesting stuff, I implore you to turn out. I love Earth and science. Yep, it's pretty awesome. Mount it back on my mount. There we are. And now it spins. How cheap is it to travel to space? Right now, it's $250,000. So if you have $250,000, you can go to space too. You could be just like Jeff Bezos or freaking Richard Branson. Or the interesting thing, Elon Musk hasn't actually said, hey, I want to go to space. It's like, that is one hell of a flex when you have the company and your company has a rocket capable of going orbital, but you're like, I'm not going to go to space. Going to space! Sincerely Sunny. I mean, I'm halfway there at level 66 on this app. LOL. Good deal, Peak. Well, hey, maybe you could drop a dragon and I don't know, maybe you'll go to a level 50 or 67. What about space underground? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you're getting at, but it's all good though. Like, explain and Tesla plan. Oh my God, yes, the Boring Company. So one of one of Elon Musk's companies is called the Boring Company, and they're all about building tunnels to alleviate traffic and stuff. So right now they have a tunnel that is under the Las Vegas Strip that enables you to get in and out of there in just like a minute or two. It is really cool. And the bricks that you mentioned, that was an idea of his to take the mined rock and compress it and turn it into bricks, but it never really took off. So they ended up scrapping that idea. AI. Yes, AI is like everything. Seriously, though. Oh, yeah. AI. Thank you. I didn't realize what was going on. Jeff Bezos resembles Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. I should hold the world hostage for $1 billion, even though he's worth like freaking 90 of them. I don't know. I think he's starting to, after his last space flight, he saw the Earth for what it really is, that we live in this fragile little bubble called Spaceship Earth, and we need to do everything we can to protect it, because it would be really easy to destroy this world and we could all die. We don't want that to happen. We got to be good stewards of our planet and make sure that this world goes on and on. Thank you. Sharks with lasers. Getting Sprite. It's like gin and tonic, baby. Turquoise Gal. Rockstar. Why can't we throw a couple billion in cleanup and protecting our reefs? Why is that so hard? Exactly. How about we stop wasting billions on this shit and maybe, I don't know, protect our planet? Maybe, you know what we could actually do that might work? Which would be an interesting concept. It's okay. So you could actually launch a giant mirror into space, or like multiple mirrors, and reflect some of the light that's coming in towards the Earth and cool the Earth by whatever degree you need. Thank you all for the favorite. I got you. Yeah, I'll favor you. Say that again. We need to put every fucking dollar that we have into cleaning our environments up. It is so important. It is so important. Like, I actually don't drive a gas car anymore. I bought a Tesla so I could, like, drive something zero emissions, because the thought of driving to the grocery store and, like, putting out enough fucking methane or carbon dioxide and like pollutants and nitrates and all that garbage, it's disgusting. Because like think about your drive to the grocery store or whatever. If you were to park your car in your garage and turn your car on and let it run for that same amount of time as you drive to the grocery store, and then you're like go out in the garage, you would fucking die. So you have like millions and millions of cars doing that. So it's got to stop. No, I'm talking about mirrors to reflect the sun. I'm going to get a Tesla also, actually. Hey, Peak, use my referral code and we'll both get free 1,000 miles of supercharger. So let me know. I'll give you my referral code. Too many stupid and greedy people. But the thing is, when you can make greed so that it works for you, like if you can make greed, if like what if like the government started like saying, hey, for every piece of trash you turn in, we're going to give you 25 cents. I don't know. We could have a pretty fucking clean world pretty quick. Good. Definitely do that when you get one, Peak. It'll be good. You'll get free supercharger credits. I'll get free supercharger credits. It'll be good. What type are you thinking about getting? They do that with pop bottles and no one does it, but like they do actually in the states where they have like the 10-cent fee, the 10-cent deposit. You have a whole lot of people that pick up trash. I mean, yeah, 25 cents. I love fast acceleration, but not traveling fast. I love fast acceleration too. It's like seriously, the acceleration is so like fucking pulls you into your seat. I have a Model 3 long range, so it's got dual motors. So it's 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds, which is pretty fast. I still enjoy gas vehicles. Well, gas vehicles are like the dinosaurs, or like the newspapers of yesteryear. They're on their way out. It's time for electricity and the electric motor and batteries to take over because, I mean, it's better. It's cleaner. Electric is the way. I totally agree with that. It's the future. Like, you gotta see that, like, the electric vehicles, there's more and more charging stations, like, popping up all over the place. And actually, what's really cool is electric vehicles get preferential parking. So, like, they're, like, right up front. It's awesome. What's up, Junior? Welcome, welcome. How much your Tesla cost? It was $60,000. 60K. Yep, 60 G's. Worth every penny in my fault, or worth every penny in my mind, honestly. Mike F. Bell gets VIP parking. Exactly. You should have seen it when they went to Disney. I was like, I got to pull all the way up to the front and just plug my car in. It was awesome. Yeah, I'm getting a little shitty, so. It's like I'm halfway through my show. Have you seen the movie where the crew guy gets stuck on the voyage to space? I just saw previews for last night. No, I haven't heard of that. I'll check it out, though. I haven't merged over a year? What do you mean? Haven't merged over a year. Thank you for the favor, Junior. Drinks incoming. New Top Gun. It's like Goose. Maverick. Haven't gotten an e-car yet. You should totally consider it. It is the best thing I ever purchased. Seriously, it's the best thing I ever fucking purchased. You should. It's not free gas. I mean, it's just like super cheap to freaking charge it. Like, to charge my car to full from empty, it cost me like $8 at the supercharger. Nothing. Considering that if I had a car, like, it would cost me like $40 or $50 to fill up. No, I would never live in space because we need gravity. We're designed with gravity. So, like, if you think about it, like, if you're standing, right, you have gravity. It's constantly pulling the blood from the top of your head down to your feet, right? But you have muscles and everything that contract that, like, that contract your blood and pump it back up to your brain to make sure that you have consciousness. So when you go into space, the problem becomes that there is no gravity because, I mean, you're not on a planetary object, and we haven't figured out how to create artificial gravity besides, like, rotating stuff. But what happens is when you're on the International Space Station, the blood that normally gets pulled down and has to be pushed up by your muscles to your brain just keeps on getting pushed up to your brain. So, like, what brain? So it's like all getting pushed up into your head. Like, your head has overpressurization because of that. And they don't really know the long-term effects of that. I mean, the longest that somebody has stayed in space was, I think, a year. And I think it was it Mark Kelly or Scott Kelly? I can't remember. It was one of them. They're twins. Thank you for the rose, Joe. How are you? And next, I wanted to go to a simulation. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. They were able to prove some of Einstein's stuff, like the theory of relativity, because good to see you too. For sure. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Like, I swear, driving my Tesla is like driving a spaceship. It feels so different than like any other car. Nothing feels the same. Like when I get into a non-Tesla, I feel like I'm in a junky piece of crap. It's out of my price range. They won't be there right now. They are maybe, but they're coming down in price, and eventually everybody's gonna be driving an electric car. It's gonna be weird to drive a gas car. It's gonna be like, gas car? What the fuck is that? Like, my great grandfather used to drive a gas car. But it is easy to work on. I like to do my own. Wait, but is it easy to work on? There's no maintenance. There's zero maintenance. Zero maintenance. Well, it probably won't be made by Tesla. I know that Elon Musk is totally against motorcycles. Yeah, nope. Not gonna happen. Maybe Harley Davidson. I mean, it's only a matter of time before all the. I can't wait until they fucking make an electric motorcycle, and maybe they won't have those loud. So that's stupid. Tesla is making four wheelers. I'm almost positive to fit. Yeah, they are. That's what those are designed for. They're designed for the Cybertruck. It's the ATV that goes along with the Cybertruck. Cool as fuck. I probably am gonna buy one of those once it comes out. Not gonna lie. Electric cars can catch fire, and here's something: electric cars don't catch fire nearly at the rate that gasoline cars catch fire. Do you realize gasoline is highly, highly flammable? If you have 1 cup of gasoline vapor, so like if you have some gasoline and like vaporizes, and you have a cup of that cup of vapor is equivalent to 16 sticks of dynamite. So, talk about a fire risk. I think the bigger fire risk is with the internal combustion engine and the gasoline than the electric car. Air and tire. Yeah, there's a few things. Windshield wiper fluid, windshield wipers, air and tires. No, there's no coolant refrigerator. Brakes are the other items that need changing. But the thing is, I like never use my brakes. I seriously drive all the time, and I don't use my brakes because I have it on hold. For as soon as they left on the accelerator, it slows down, and it slows down fast enough that I don't have to hit the brake. So my guess is that the brakes are going to last way longer than they would last in a typical internal combustion engine car. Junior and Joe, we favorited you guys back. Thank you, Joe, for the favorite. I want an electric yacht. Dude, I was thinking about that. Like, Tesla has the market cornered on electric cars, right? Who makes electric boats? Jameson, welcome, dude. But, like, the thing is, electric cars are totally the future, and especially with the transportation bill that was just passed, there's going to be electric charging stations like all over the place. Like, not like now there's superchargers and there's like what else is there? There's ChargePoint and Volta, and there are like all kinds of different ones, but electric boats will need large batteries until that technology is approved. Not necessarily. We need more solar, but the thing with solar is not super efficient. So, like some people think, hey, let's put solar panels on the car and it will charge the car and we'll be able to go places. But that's not the case. It hardly provides any type of charge. If you were to put solar panels on top of my Tesla that I have, and like the amount of area that's up there, even if I left it parked for like 12 hours a day in sunlight, I would only get like maybe a mile or two of range. So it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, it won't go for very long. Better solar panels, they are getting a lot better. That is one thing. I have friends that I have one friend. I'm trying to actually get him as a guest on the show. He's developed a spray-on application of solar cells, and basically you could take this stuff and spray it onto a window, hook up the electrodes, and produce power from a window. Spray-on, yes. Very, very cool stuff. Thank you, Ian. Boop. Cool stuff, though. Like, I think that the future of energy is going to be not fossil fuels, but rather electricity and renewable resources. Thank you, Peak. Woo-hoo! Big. Everybody favorite peak levels. Peak levels is the man. Neanderthal, what's going on? KW Ridge, thank you. Nice. Crazy to think about that development of solar panels. They have spray-on versions. Yeah, there's like technology gets better and better and better. It's like always getting better. And the cool thing about that is we benefit from that. Like lots of smart people are out there, and smart people are making our lives better. Okay, now I'm going to switch it over here to something cool. All right, hopefully you can see what's going on. I'm going to show you the difference between a orbital flight and a suborbital flight. So just give me a minute. It's Blue Origin, New Shepard. Alright, so this is Jeff Bezos' rocket. The rocket that looks like a penis. So this is a suborbital flight. What we're going to do is go up to 120 kilometers. The Wiener Riot. That sounds like some underground 80s. Why can't we get some smart brains sociopolitically? Because smart people don't become politicians. That's why. So I'm increasing my apoapsis. Oops. Oh, I got thunder. I hope I don't lose my electricity. So I need to get some solar panels and a power wall so I don't lose my power. Why don't we build a climate-controlled greenhouse gardens to feed to free food everyone? Yeah, that was real life thunder. I can't believe you guys actually heard it. It's pretty cool. So here's what happened. So they detach. And then this is a suborbital flight. So this is what this looks like. So this is what Jeff Bezos did. He went up and then came back down. So you could see that, I hope. Can everybody see that? So he just went, and then they turn off their engines, and then this very top point, this is called the apoapsis. That is the highest point of the trajectory. Here I have it for 121.3 kilometers. Jeff Bezos did it like 120. I don't remember what he did. But I do know that in order to become an astronaut, you do need to go higher than the Kármán line. He popped the inside atmosphere. Well, he went past 100 kilometers. 100 kilometers is the Kármán line. The Kármán line is considered the edge of space. So he floated around for a bit. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm floating. But like, this is kind of his view that he would have. So you definitely get a good view of the world. You'd be able to see the planet and like see how insignificant you are. Okay, so now he coasts. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. And then it's coming back down. Parachute. I'm very intelligent. Instead of fixing Earth, we need to fix Earth. It's what program am I using? It's a program called Simple Rockets 2. It's similar to Kerbal Space Program, but it's like a way better graphics program. It's like, definitely enjoy this. Yeah, and I have a pretty sweet computer. I have a RTX 3090. If anybody knows what that is. It's fast AF. Splash down. Alright, now I'm going to show you what an orbital flight is and how that's totally different. Because, like, a suborbital flight and an orbital flight are really, really different. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the favorite. I appreciate that. We are just playing a little bit of Simple Rockets 2. I'm trying to show the difference between a suborbital flight and an orbital flight. So, as you may know, Jeff Bezos and also Sir Richard Branson, they recently went into space, but they were both suborbital flights. God, I bet you used to run T3 in the old days. No, I was oh, I scrubbed that one. I gotta relaunch. Earth below us, drifting, falling. Well, ignition. Hold on 1 second. Thank you, AI. I appreciate it. So you might notice that, like, when rocket takes off, it starts to tilt, right? Like that. You notice this one's like it's not straight up anymore, so it's tilting. And there's a reason behind that because we are going orbital. So what we're doing is something called a gravity turn. A gravity turn is basically you're using the gravity of Earth to pull you down, but also the rocket's thrust to push you up. So it actually like increases your apoapsis a whole bunch when you do a gravity turn. We live on a sphere. Yes, we do. They were just rich guys doing what rich guys do. I guess they were like, fucking, look at me, I got a bigger wang than you have. Pretty much. Elon Musk didn't even have to do that. He didn't even do shit. It's not a shame because I think Elon Musk doesn't need to boast because he's a badass already. Universal food for everybody is a great idea. we go. First thing is such, and then stage separation, and then second engine start. And then this does a flip maneuver, and it is doing a boost back burn to the back to the original launch site. So this right here, it's 100 kilometers above Earth. So like this right here, this first stage booster went about as high as Jeff Bezos. Rocket landings are awesome. Hey, pretty face, welcome. So right now we're just doing our boost back burn, and that's to bring us back towards the launch facility. And then here is the second stage, right? It's still going, and this has to keep on burning. It's similar to a Falcon 9. So you'll see what's happening here is it's slowly increasing the apoapsis, and also you notice that the point where it's crashing is moving further and further. So eventually, to be in orbit, you're basically going fast enough that you're falling, but you're falling and missing the planet. So you're like falling over the horizon. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, you can do slingshot maneuvers off of planets too if you like time your acceleration correctly, because you gotta make sure that you don't get captured in the gravity well. You gotta make sure that it actually increases your velocity. Like in the movie Interstellar. I remember the movie. Okay, but like, see how this is going further and further and further? And to get back like a swing set. It's like the point in a swing set. If you were to like boost at that point where you're going the fastest, which is your periapsis. So there's 2 points in orbit. There's the apoapsis, which is the highest point, and your periapsis, which is your lowest point. So if you time it so you go around the planet and you go through the periapsis and accelerate while going through the periapsis, you'll actually increase your orbit on the opposite side of where you're thrusting from, and that will cause... I'll show you in a minute when I'm in orbit. It'll be easier to explain when a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? So let's see if we can land this. So we got re-entry burn. Here's our base right down here. Alright, so now we're doing our entry burn. So that will slow us down. So if we watch this on here, let's see what's going on. Alright, so it's coming back in. And guys, this is Weird Science, and if it's your first time here, make sure that you smash that favorite button. I do this every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time. If you like science and like learning about stuff, I encourage you to tune in. So like right now we are landing. I'm showing the difference between a suborbital flight, which Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos did, and an orbital flight, which is something that only real astronauts have done. It's like suborbital flights have been going on since Alan Shepard in the 1950s, so not that big of a deal. It's like Bezos and Branson were just showing off. They just got to flex, I guess. That's what billionaires do, I guess. No. Nope. Suborbital is when you're not able to go around the planet. So check it out. We're landing this guy. All right, landed that. So switch back to the other craft, and then you'll get to see the deployment. And you'll see how we're almost orbital. Very little bit started to go orbital. See, it just went orbital. See, now there's a ring around the planet. And what this means is that you can go around the planet unpowered. So, watch this. We're going to be